Something that I also find interesting in Android 12, which would be of use to someone like you who uses magnification, is that you can choose to magnify only a certain portion that you want to magnify. And then if you want the whole thing magnified, there's a little button at the bottom that you could tap on to magnify the whole thing. But you can focus on an area and just only magnify that area. So I think
Oh, wow.
this is going to be something that those of you who use magnification will find very helpful in Android 12. And I'm glad to see that Google is refining that. I think that totally makes sense to me.
That sounds amazing. I didn't know there was a new feature, an enhancement like that coming along in 12. So
yeah, it's there in that first developer preview. And you go to accessibility.
Settings, privacy, safety and emergency, digital login for Google services and preferences, system, languages, check Google digital safety and accessibility, screen readers.
See, because most of the time, those of us who use speech, we don't pay attention to some of these other accessibility things. And frankly, I think we need to. And that's why I'm glad we have you here, Pete, to give us the story from the other side of another accessibility feature found on our Android devices.
Interaction controls, edit, magnification off. Magnification, navigate up, button, out of list, options, edit, in list. Magnification shortcuts off. About magnification, edit. Settings.
Let's look at the settings.
Magnification area, full screen and part of screen. In list. Choose the magnification areas you want to use and magnify in the screen. Out of list.
So
magnify entire screen. Checkbox checked. Magnify part of screen. Checkbox checked. Cancel button. Save button.
So you can decide to say, okay, I only want to use magnify only part of the screen or the whole screen. And yet in the same breath, like I was saying earlier on, even if you choose only to magnify part of the screen, but if you find that later on while you're using it and you decide to magnify the whole screen, you don't have to come back into the system settings here. All you could do is simply hold and drag. There's a little button at the bottom that you hold and drag a little bit and it'll just magnify the whole screen. So you don't have to. So I think this is really, I'm glad to see this happening with Android 12.
Can't wait to get my hands on it.
And I think that probably more and more phones are going to be jumping onto the developer or even the beta. So I think between now and May, usually when the first available public beta becomes available for those who are not developers and things like that. Now, I remember, Pete, you use Samsung, right? Is it Samsung you use or what phone?
No, I used to. I'm on OnePlus now. It's the OnePlus 8T.
So OnePlus,
they're
definitely
pretty quick, aren't they? They're fast.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those that will jump on that. And I'm almost optimistic you'll be in one of the first betas, so we'll see what happens. And then you could try it and see what happens.